What's up, guys? Good morning. Right now, I did try to get in a trade or market, kind of close it out for a small loss just because I saw the loss in momentum. I didn't want to play with it. I didn't want to play with reversals, so I kind of just got out. Pretty much overnight, right? I've been chopping around. We did try to make that push up. We are finally trying to see a good trend to the upside. Good morning, Enzo. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, pretty much overall today, we are looking to finally make that push up. We did get an alert from our algo right here. I did try to get in, but then I saw the loss of momentum for a little bit, so I just want to close it out for break even. Or I lost like $50 on this one, which I was like, whatever. But it kind of hit take profit level 1. Now it's about to hit take profit level 2 if it starts pumping up. It probably will be at market open. I'm trying to see how my Tesla position well because I got in last night. Kind of took a dip overnight, but considering today is battery day for Tesla, pretty big. Well, let's see if we can hit take profit level 2 at 32.90. Give it that little. Once market opens, that'll be interesting. Do we want to continue a bigger trend to the downside, or do we finally want to start making that push up again? That September sell-off is finally like took place. Now it's time to slowly start recovering. October, start pushing it up again. See, one more minute to market open. Let's see if we can get that big pump up. Flip the algo screen. See it, but at the current second, sell sheets for like all the trading stuff. Doing a little recaps. How well this works out. I think it can get that big pump up at market open. I know sellers are still trying to take in control. Like high volume nodes are presenting themselves pretty much throughout the night, but might finally be able to get that final pump that we've been waiting. That's the market opening bell. Let's see what it wants to do now. Let the first 2 minutes finish. First minute always gonna look like this, like a little doji kind of situation, but I'd let Let the first 5 minutes finish. That's when we'll get a better picture of what it's going to be trying to do. As of right now, it's still trying to push up. Buyers are still in control. Good, but anything can change at any moment, right? Good morning, Dragon. Enzo, yeah, so that 521 EMA cross is very effective. I've used it many times, still do. So you got to understand what's happening in the market as well. One of the biggest aspects, right, that just comes with practice. But once you understand what the market's trying to do and understand that, those crosses, super effective. Just hit our second target for the algo. I'll pull that up and just kind of annoyed that I was in the trade. Wanted to ride it out, but saw a loss in momentum. Played with it, especially in the pre-market. This isn't something to get too worried about. Sell off, and nothing crazy. It did just try to make that bump, so it can just easily just be a small pullback candle, and then we can continue the upside. Buyers are still remaining a bit strong at the moment, so we'll see what happens. The dome is pretty much equaled out, which is a good sign. Easy movements, steady movements. Yeah, Powell always has something to say. It's okay. I mean, they're saying more stuff about just having more money to put in to fund everyone again, like another stimulus stuff. So it's like if they're doing that, then market's gonna go up probably again, and then economy's just I don't even know. I it's pointless at this time. Everything the way like how they're doing, how they're managing everything is quite just it's ridiculous. Yeah, honestly, that's what they're doing. It's they're just like begging that okay, don't crash, but it's going to crash. Like that's you can't push it off like that. Like crashes are a part of the markets and they need to happen for bigger long-term growth. When you start trying to prevent them, that's when we see bigger effects and the world economy just well for the United States, we're not going to be in a good place. Like I get it, we have military power, we have all this, but like we'll still be a powerhouse, but it's not the powerhouse that we want to be. Finally pushing up again, like I told you, that red candle that we saw below is just pullback candle, taking their profits, big deal. And like I said, market wanted to push up, and we finally started seeing some pressure from it. Tesla, for some reason, going down, but then everything else. Tech stocks aren't doing well. Like only Apple's up at the moment. Nvidia, Baba, all those guys are kind of down right now. Facebook's barely up. Yeah, I mean, Enzo, if you took 3 trades and you were profitable on all three, then that's a good time to just, hey, step back and enjoy the rest of your day, man. Like, you can just chill and watch the stream and just talk and let's chat it out, talk about new strategies, or just saying how the market's working, hear your opinions on it. But close your account and put it away. That way you don't even get tempted to get into something. Because when you have that little hot streak, you want to preserve it so that you don't get burned. Happens way too many times where people get on that hot streak and then they're like, I want more, I want more. And then you know what that is, right? That's greed. When greed kicks in, market knows, and it's like, nope, screw you, you're out. And takes all your money back. I mean, today I wish if I got in a if I let my trade stay here, then yeah, I would have got like what was it? 1 second. I'll pull up the chart. How much I would have made. Honestly, this move right here kind of annoyed me. It was just mainly like the pre-market. I saw like the tech stocks already going down, so I didn't want to much on them. So that's why I kind of took it out, or else normally I would have stayed in it. No, Enzo was talking about the strategy I was talking about, the 5 and 21 EMA crossover. It's very effective, especially like all time frames, right? Especially for the ES, you can make some good money off of that cross itself. All you have to make sure you wait for is that price action confirmation, just making sure the volume's there as well. Yeah, pretty much this was the alert from the algo this morning. Came up around 8:35. Price for entry was 32.7950. I entered and then I saw a loss of momentum. I didn't know if this was going to first because like the overall trend was still, a bit weak. Even though it was pushing up, I still saw a sign of weakness. So I was planning maybe re-enter later if it came down a little bit more. But it kind of just kept going. Hit take profit level 1 and take profit level 2. Going for take profit level 2. That move would have got you 11 points. And I would have honestly just been done for the day, right at like 10 minutes of market open, right? It hit our level. Now it's bouncing right back. See if it can bounce off of that 200 EMA. Honestly, this is... If it can hold below this for just a little while and wants to see some buyer stepping in, I'll go for that re-entry at 32.7950. Same dip that happened at 8. I mean, yeah, it dips down to 200 EMA. It can go for a bounce. When we start touching the 200 EMA way too often, like way too soon, it's going to be sideways for a little bit. So we might end up seeing that right now. But again, if you just wanted to go for a quick morning breakout play, obviously you could have done that with the first 3 candles, right here. Your morning range, breakout, boom. Even if you just went for 1-2 points, you would have got it. I like going for the test of the breakout, come back in, go for the second one. Some days this happens. You guys see that happen, like it happened multiple times, like last week as well. Market's very repetitive, man. Like once you start talking about it, once you start watching it every day, just like, well, same stuff happens. Just depends on, we just don't know which day it'll happen, but it's the same thing when it happens. And we normally get a 200 EMA bounce. My only concern is, I mean, we bounced off here, pulled up, boom, pulled down, boom. Making that higher highs, higher lows. So as long as it can bounce here, make that higher low, we are in good hands to push to the upside. And that's when I wouldn't mind coming for a re-entry at 32.79 either. Just a little upset that I got out of this trade because if I got the 11 points right there, I would have just walked away from my desk. It is a nice point of inflection, Chris. Console way. I think the market's still trying to push up, man. Like it finally needs that push. Just that our tech stocks aren't doing too well, and they've been kind of running the market at the moment. So we just gotta watch out for that. Because right now we know all most stocks aren't doing too well, but like tech stocks are just the ones that leading the market. And I'm still long on my Tesla position at the moment. The stock's just a bit sideways, so it's like I just gotta wait it out, but still has some good growth potential. And let's see how it plays out, right? We're still in good hands right now. As of right now, as long as we don't get a heavy push, we are finally making that trend shift to making higher highs, higher lows. It's good. Good morning, Mustafa. But overall, we're just trying to see, hold it above the 200 EMA right now, continue that move up. If not, then that's when we'll see a nice sell-off happen again. Sorry, guys. It's just that season again where your throat starts getting itchy. It's starting to get mad cold outside. Finally getting some buying support here. I never really traded wicks. I don't know too much about just wick fills in general because I never really traded them. If you want to elaborate on that, go for it. Be my guest. Always open to learning what other people do. Tesla's recovering a little bit right now. Pretty quickly, too. So we might continue that uptrend. See. Holding above that 200 EMA. I like the way this is looking so far. Oh, you mean like that? Just testing that. Yeah, I mean, so when I enter my algo trades, that's what I do with the 5 minutes. Like I wait for price to break above by a tick. That way I have confirmation that the momentum's there. The price wants to move up. If it doesn't happen in like next two candles for the first 5 minutes or even like the hourlies, right? I end up canceling my trade because that means there's a loss of momentum and there's a higher risk. Whenever it's higher risk, I avoid it. My only concern at the moment is the way this is dropping, right? When things drop like this, they end up becoming range bound. He's like, especially if it's rebounding pretty quickly as well, right? Like you see, pull up, heavy drop, push back up, heavy drop, we'll push back up, and have another heavy drop. So if we get long, we have to be careful here. I'll let this candle and the next candle finish. I want a little bit more confirmation from it. That way I know. But yeah, Chris, I agree that that type of confirmation it works a lot of times in the market, so it confirms your moves. That's interesting. I know if there's a long wick, I kind of try to avoid them, because that just means like, well, like especially like this candle right here, right at the top. That's like a doji formation with high wicks. Ooh, I don't want to touch that. And this thing too, right? Right now it's like wicks on both sides. I rather wait for the next candle, get some more confirmation on the direction, and then move forward from there. No, I know you don't mean the 5 minute, but I was just showing you on the 5 minute what I was talking about, high wicks. Yeah, but the 1 hour charts, it's probably much better. Let's look real quick. Got some time. Even if on the 1 hour chart, if I saw these type of wicks, I would not play. Me personally, I wouldn't play with it. But there's always a different trading method that people use. They can always profit. There's millions of ways to make money in the market. And overall, it's trying to get a rebound. Okay. And the 1 hour chart too, right? Delta kind of weakened out, trying to finally push up. Price itself starting to push up. A little pullback here. As long as we can continue this, that would be. Right now, seems like good hands. Bounce off that 200 EMA in the 5 minutes. Push back up. Even though it's a little bit of range bound, we might be able to, if we can break through, that would be awesome. But that's not in our hands. I mean, if you're scalping in the 5 minutes, you're literally going for quick moves, right? You're not holding it for 5 minutes. Your plays are just based on quick price action moves and just price moving. But if I'm like holding in the 5 minutes, that's because like the algo. So I'm going for 10 points, 8 points, 6 points, like a good amount of points. So that's why 5 minutes. I know the moves can happen, and because if I trade the 1 minute, I will pretty much like psych myself out. That's just me personally. I don't like the 1 minute too well. Even though there are some great moves that happen in the 1 minute, it's just not for me. I mean, if you're going with a 1 hour and then 30 and then 5, that means you're doing top down analysis, and that's always good to understand the overall market trend. I do that every morning before I hop on just to understand like what the market's doing overall, understand that trend. Start at the daily, go to 4 hour, 1 hour, then 30 minute, then 5 minutes. Simple way to understand the market direction. And that way you're only looking for plays match that overall trend, because that's when you'll find bigger moves. finally starting to pump up a little bit. I think today, as long as some of our tech stocks can finally rebound, we should be good. They're not doing too well right now, like, and it's understandable. Have Powell's speech coming on monetary policy and what's going to happen, but it doesn't really affect these guys too much. Just it does a little bit, but overall, the trend should be fine. I'm surprised Tesla is just not moving. Or when is the battery? What time event? Tesla. It's at 1:30 Pacific time. That's interesting. Just there's news literally 1 minute ago saying market check Tesla is moving lower after Elon Musk says battery day innovations won't go into effect until 2022. But I think for a good amount of people, it should still pump up after it. Finally getting that little pump that we're waiting for. Nice. I can get filled up around 32. Now if I can just pull back the price just a little bit. A hit and no fills for me lately. I'm struggling. Filled. I got filled at 32.79.50. Pretty much going for the re-entry, like I said, off of the previous alert. Just gonna go for the first target again, 32.85, just because I want to get out before this meeting happens. That still give us a nice profit of 575. Just be done for. And you'll always see my live P&L right up here, as well as on the dome right here. Whichever one's easier for you guys to see. Yeah, 32.85.25 is my target. That's literally, you guys can see, if it hits, I'll get 575 a profit, and I'll be done for the day. I'll literally close up shop right now. That way I don't look back. Do it. Let's hit it. Swear to God, if it's gonna do the hit no fill for me, I will be annoyed today. Come on, one tick. One tick. That's all I'm asking for right now. And give me that one tick. Price is falling fast. I don't like that. I think we can still hit it. Like, we're still strong. I think there's some of these sellers trying to test us, but oh, that's why then. That's why I wanted the 285, touched it, bounced back. But we should always break through the volume profile even by like a little tick, right? Like, never had that issue. Anything, I will just plus one tick. I don't want this to reverse on me. Because the way it's moving down, I'm not a fan of that. I like continuous movement. I don't want to see big price drops. Same candle. That's why I made my stop break even plus one tick. That way covers the commissions and like gives me like $10 of profit. I think we're in good hands. It should push through even higher, to be honest. Swear to God, if you're not gonna give me that one tick right now. You know what? I'll be in plus one tick regardless, so I'm just gonna step away from my mouse. I'm not gonna pull the trigger. I want it to hit the target. I know it has the potential for it. And if it decides to take me out, it takes me out. That's okay. As long as I'm not losing money. I know we can get that push. We will get that push any second now. It's literally going to that tick every time. Volume profile is strong right now. Now one tick. It's doing it. It filled. It filled, guys. That's 575 a profit right there. Thanks, guys. Thank you. But yeah, again, this was pretty much because, like I said, it was based on our previous algo alert. Pull down, bounce off the 200 EMA, finally making that push up again. And we just want to go for that first target because I didn't want to be in this position for too long because of the news coming out as well. That's something to always be aware of. Thank you, Warren. Thank you, everyone. I hope you guys are getting some profits today as well. That's the whole point, right? That's why we're here. Help each other out. That trade didn't even take us like 10 minutes. That's the one thing I love about volatility is that big money comes so fast. Guess what else was at the cross? 32 the cross? Okay. See if I can up a blank chart. Pull that up. I mean, this is the 521 cross. This cross doesn't look strong, but this one, it had its move. That cross here happened at 8:45, and our algo alert popped up at 8:35. This one was late, but that's okay. That's the one thing you have to watch out for with all these indicators, right? Is like your EMAs, your MACDs, your RSIs. They're always going to be lagging, and that's something you always have to bear in mind and understand. That like understanding price will always be better. That's why a big focus on like the algo is also the price aspect of things. But right now I'm telling you, like, since we bounced off of that 200 EMA down here and here, making that higher lows and higher highs, as long as we can push this swing to a newer high, we are in good hands to push up. We can honestly push back up to the 32.8975 around here, at least, right? I can show you guys the results for the algo just in September alone, including today's play that came up in the morning. If you just stayed in it following the plan, I obviously deviated from that plan and took it off right there, but stuck it through listening to the plan. You would have made out big this month. Trading two contracts. This is just the ES, right? Show you the Excel sheet that I have. So starting from September 1st, again, trading the ES only. Probably make the boxing. So following the algo alerts and trading only between 8 o'clock and 12 o'clock. These were all the alerts that were pushed out. Total of 20 trades so far. 5 of which were break even, 5 of which were losses, 10 of which were winners. And that gives you altogether 75% win rate. And to add up all your total winners, you come out second. Something's wrong here. There was just a little mix up right there. Adding it. Yeah, I think that's why. I can just make this minus. There we go. And that would have been your profit so far for the month. Thank you, Dragon, for the double negative. I was like trying to figure out like what did I do wrong? It's just subtraction. But yeah, just based on the algo alerts, just trading the ES between 8 a.m. and 12. Most of the times you're not even in the market for that long. You just follow our scaling plan and move your stop loss up with each level. As it hits every level, are in good hands. And that video is already out on YouTube, out there for a while on how to use it. But the overall results so far, month's not even over yet. Just with two contracts, right? 10,975. Good profits. But yeah, like if you guys want to give it a shot, the link for the algo is down below if you want to try it out. If you want a free trial, let me know. I'm more than happy to give you one. Like the way the algo pops up, it automatically draws out your chart for you, like your take profit levels and everything. Right here, right? This alert came up at 10:10. We weren't getting in because we just wanted to retest off of this, and we didn't want to get in for any news, obviously. But the first target for this alert right here is 89.75. And then it will automatically draw it every time a new alert pops up. And we only trade between 8 a.m. and 11:30, 12. You guys don't even see me stream till 12. Most of the time I'm off of it before that, so about 3 hours a day, right? 3 to 3.5 hours a day I'll be in front of my computer, and that's it. Thank you, Warren. But it took me a long time to build this system, but I'm happy I'm here now. I use it to swing trade, and I use it to as well as scalp. Well, not just scalp, but like find big moves with the ES, right? Works on NQ as well. I just don't prefer the NQ trading just because of the risk factor and how fast it moves. But ES, I have more control over it. And right now, we're going to see if we can hit our first target. I know some people probably got in for this from our Discord channel. Get like 6.25 points. And just going for the first target every time, you get more than enough, right? It hit it right there, guys, right there. Hit it. Now it's bouncing back a little bit. And we always see that our levels, they always tend to act as nice resistance points as well. You'll see little bounces every time. And with the algo, it's not just like 1 month, right? It's like if I show you the past 2 months, well, pull up the Excel again because right now we'll see if this can push through to level 3. Most likely gonna get to level 2. We'll probably hit some higher resistance up here. But for July, net profit of 15,000, 75% win rate again. And then for August, it was like 9,000. We know August was a bit choppy for us. 83% win rate, but lower profit. The moves weren't as high. But it just shows you that your win rate, you don't need to have like a 90% win rate or anything to be successful. Like even have like a 50% win rate, still be successful, still walk away. It's all about that risk to reward ratio. And with the algo, the risk to reward ratio is always in your favor and to the positive. That's why even if you lose, you're not losing a crazy amount. But if you win, you are winning more, right? Let's just take a look at September. September was a nice swing month. All these big moves. Our biggest loss was 575. Biggest gainer was 3,300 or 3,340, 450. Yeah, and you can use it to scalp too. So if you just want to get in on the alert and just go for a quick 2 points, that's easily doable. It's just a matter of where you're gonna place your stop loss, right? And that's what these lines are for. All the green ones are for your take profits. So, and then the red ones are your stop losses that you can place. And it's a very simple system to follow because once it hits take profit level 1, you want to move your stop loss from down here to break even. That way there's no reversals happening because these act as pretty key levels and you see bounces off of them sometimes. So to avoid getting any losses, you would just move your stop loss up to break even and then you just let it ride out. Once it hits level 2, move it up to break move your stop up to level 1 so that you're always in profit at that point. And then you can decide if you want to just take it off at level 2, go for it. Because if you don't want to wait, because level 3 sometimes takes some time, but then other times it doesn't take as long. It matters on like how the market's acting up, right? And if it goes past level 3, like I usually just take it off at level 3 like a good amount of times. But if it goes past that, that's up to you. That's free game. But for this system, I take it off every time it hits level 3 or level 2. The only reason I took it off of level 1 off of this one is just because of the news that we were hearing. So just to be careful. And I have been trying to work on a scalping method for the algo as well, building a new algo for the scalps because I know a lot of scalpers out there. So been working on that here. Let me see if I can. Not completely finished yet. Show you what it looks like. Load it up, bro. Yeah, so it works with TradingView, but not TradeAvate. But the thing with TradeAvate is that you can link your TradeAvate account to TradingView and trade on TradingView. So that's one of the nice features about TradeAvate. That's why I love it. I love the platform that much. Not a sponsor or anything, just my opinion. Here, let me pull up the scalping algo that I was working on. So with the scalping algo, all you want to do is go for a 1 to 2 points every time. Get the alert, go for 1 to 2 points real quick. Here, worked out perfectly. And the rule for it, I'm still trying to figure out how to not get the alert on like a red candle. Still gotta work on that. I don't know if that's possible yet. But going for a quick point every time you see this, SB meaning scalp buy. If it's SS, it's scalp sell. Like you can get a quick 1 point every single time. And if you guys want to like practice with the scalper, let me know. I think I can arrange a little pre-trial or pre-whatever, right? Because it's still in working. Oh, how do I describe this? It's still in progress, right? It's still building it out, but overall it's still working. It's just tiny little things that I have to fix up here and there, but those are the things that are the most annoying. And the whole purpose of the scalping method is for people that, you know, are starting with a smaller account. They just want to go for that quick 1 point, 2 points every day. It's like you can get multiple alerts throughout the day. All you need is like two alerts, right? Get a point every time, 200 a day, or you go for the third one, 300 a day. So some small stuff that I have to fix out, but in the morning sessions it works pretty well. You guys can see if you're just going for that 1 point, it works every time. And your stop loss would always just be at the high of the candle. That's the easiest way for it to stop. Like you're only going for it's your trade shouldn't be more than like 1 minute, right? You should get that 1 point in less than a minute. So you're just gonna put your stop right up here above the candle and drag it down as it starts moving. But it should be all quick plays, quick daggers, right? Obviously, if you see like a doji candle kind of on, you get a signal on like a doji candle, don't trade it. But yeah, if you guys want to get access to the scalp method, let me know. I can set it up for you. Let's see how our regular algo is. Thought I saw price reversing. So this is a perfect example of why we move our stops, right? Oh, and I was talking about the scalping algo. I'll pull it up again for you. I know you wanted access to it because you were talking about it before with me as well, but let me just give a quick rundown of this algo right here. Yeah, I made one. It still has like it's still a work in progress a little bit, but it works pretty well at the moment. But overall, this is the regular algo, right? But the whole reason why we move our stops up is because our levels act as key levels, and we see bounces. So to avoid getting caught up in the loss, since at our level we'd move our stop to break even, and we would have been taken out here, and that's completely okay because the whole point is being trading for the long run as well as preserving your capital. That's what's important, not just throwing money around willy-nilly, right? But here, let me just pull up the scalping algo again. So Enzo, this is the scalping algo right here. Pretty much you're just gonna go for a 1 point or 2 points. I prefer just go for that 1 point because it's mad quick. So every time you get the alert, enter 1 point quick. Your stop loss would just be at the candle, the low of the candle. Drag it up, but your trade shouldn't be more than like a minute because you're just going for that 1 point off of the alert. Quick momentum, quick moves. Get that 1 point. The only thing you want to be careful about, again, if you see a buy, but then you have a red candle, that's something you should not do. That's one of the things I'm working on, trying to get rid of. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm trying to figure out, but like, it becomes a bit more complicated when you have to change stuff in the code. So that's one of the issues. But overall, right now, it's functioning. You can use it. And like I was saying before, if you guys want access to it, I'll give this one out for free for now. You guys can put it on your charts, test it out for yourself. You're just going for a quick 1 point, right? You're not using it to cash these big moves, even though it can be the start of the big move. But whole point is to get that quick 1 point, be out. Quick 1 point, be out. Like, it's just for people that want to scalp, get a couple $100 in, and then be done. I just prefer my enhanced trades algo just because I catch all the big moves. I'm just in like 1 or 2 trades a day. Done. I just have to wait for that alert. Scalping, you'll probably get more alerts, but again, you're making money, right? And that's what matters at the end of the day. But yeah, if you guys want access to it, just DM me in the Discord. I will set it up for you. All I need is your TradingView username, and I can grant you access to use it. But yeah, this is a perfect example of why we use our key levels and move our stops, right? I don't care if price pulls down here and then continues to push up. Our system is, if it hits take profit level 1, you move your stop to break even, and if it hits, comes back down, let it be, because you don't want to be caught in this full reversal that happens off of our key level, and then boom. Like, why do you want to lose more when you could limit your losses? Yeah, and so you can, if you have the paid version, you can create as many charts you want. I think depends on what subscription you have, but like I think normal regular subscription, pro or whatever it is, like 5 charts, and then you have premium, you have like that extended package or whatever it was that I have. Do as many as you want. I mean, all you have to do is come down here and then click new chart layout. That little arrow next to it, right here, that arrow, then click new chart layout, and then it should let you build a new chart. That's weird. I mean, I would check the name that's at the top right here as well, because if it's a new name, or you can change it. But if you have the paid version, then you should be able to make multiple different charts. Like if I click on load chart, right, I can literally multiple different ones that have always been tested out. I have one for like crude oil forex. If you wanted to see all the charts that you wanted, you just click load chart layout up here, and then you'll see all of the ones that you created already. And Perfect example. Like I said, that's why we move our stop up, because we do see those bounces off of our levels and then down. So if you still stayed in this trade, you would have losing, you'd have lost like 7 points. Got out, you broke even right here, been done. Guess what? It hit our level, boom, reversed perfectly, right? Happens all the time. See price reversals at our levels way too many. That's why you know it's accurate. But if you guys just want access to like this algo, the link's down below, enhancedtrades.com. You can sign up. I think overall the market's just going to be, again, like I said before, right, in the morning analysis, we're going to be a bit range bound, pumping up, because the way it was like forming, right, big dump, slowly pump up, big dump, slowly pump up, big dump, slowly pump up. Even though it's still moving to the upside and trying to hold above that 200 EMA, that's just the range it's creating. It's like a channel, right? It's an upwards channel, but it's just like fluctuating a lot more right now. Yeah, guys, we had like 575 a profit today, and now we're done. I think I might just hop off the stream early, go, I don't know, maybe I'll go start cooking lunch. I feel like making burgers today. But yeah. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and we'll get some profits in then as well. But if you guys are still trading, as always, I wish you guys the best. Get those profits in, man. And then, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.